impressed. Lady, impressed. Lady, impressed.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 69th episode of the Blaze Indie LA show. I am your producer and co-host. I go by Lady Impress, or I am Press. Thank you guys once again for being here. So we have a whole show for you tonight, a 1-hour music review show. We're the hottest music review show on the planet, I may say. And we're going to get right into it. Let me go ahead and get introductions out the way. We have our full cast and crew here tonight. I have the lovely Miss Playful sitting right next to me. Welcome in the building.
Thank you very much, Lady Empress. It's yours truly, Miss Playful. How's it going, everybody? I'm going to introduce our cast over here. We got Mr. Michelangelo.
We're in the building. What's up, Blaze?
Michelangelo, the prettiest face in radio.
All right.
All right. And then we got Mr. Tony Rock over here. What's up, Tony Rock?
Back at it like a crack at it. You already know. Blaze.
Can't forget Mr. Insane over here.
Yes, sir.
Are you still crazy?
Yep.
Mr.
Right.
Insane. Thank
Back
you,
to
Miss
you.
Playful. Thank you so much. Hey guys, so we got, a special guest in the building. We always got to shoot to our green room real quick, let you know who's going to be coming up later on stage. So let me kick it over to Miss Ivy.
Hello, thank you. Welcome to the Blaze Indie LA TV show. I am sitting here from Compton, okay? From Compton. We got I Am Jamil.
Yo, what up?
Here to perform his single, Black Woman. All right, so how you feeling about that?
I'm feeling real good. Happy to be on the show.
You ready?
Ready.
Are you really ready?
I'm really ready.
Okay, he's ready, ladies and gentlemen.
You gotta do no talk. No talk. I'm ready. Straight to the point.
All right. Thank you, Miss Ivy. And I Am Jamil in the green room. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break and we're going to come back and get into these music reviews for you guys.
Blaze.
Hello, I'm Gabrielle Union. By working with Susan G. Komen for the Cure, I've learned a lot about breast cancer and how it affects African Americans. We die of breast cancer more than any racial or ethnic group. Our 5-year survival rate is 77%, compared to 90% for white women. There's evidence that the types of breast cancers we get are more aggressive, and at the same time less responsive to available treatments. Visit circleofpromise.org to learn more.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. I'm going to go ahead and kick it over to my co-host, Mr. Insane, who's going to start this music review session off. Go ahead, Mr. Insane.
Well, this is what we're going to do. We judge these songs off of 7 categories: originality, commercial appeal, production quality, lyrical content, instrumental, flow and delivery, and the song structure. We're going to chop them down. Wow. This first track of the night is Substance Abuse.
Substance abuse. Damn. That's a double metaphor with that one. Alright, watch this. Yo, it's true, there's nothing new under the sun. Before Johnny Cash, man, was singing about guns, was all about flash, or just wanna have fun, was trying to get to mass, or was taking you to class. But y'all got ADD. If I'm gonna listen, y'all better make me think why you say these things. And you don't have to rap about saving trees. It's understood that we're all about making cheese, but your #1 goal should be how to blaze these beats. We running the track like our brains and cleats, with that defiant beats that fly in the streets. And I know where to land. This is hip hop, but if you say jump, I don't say when. Respect the past, live in the now, and leave something for the hereafter. Perfect this craft like the blast master. And if you ain't caring, staring right past it. And it's not just because I'm arrogant fast. We pick up red rap, we pick up KRS, and your subs, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SOJ, and pick up red rap. We pick up KRS, and your subs, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going going back like a train. I'm on this track, going ever, never back. MCing is my craft, sir. I perceive things faster. I come from my future, not my past, sir. I'm smooth like lacquer. We were taught that the past comes first and the future comes after. But the year doesn't matter. I appear as a rapper with rap, SO Trey in the hereafter, where time doesn't pass you. And you can ask the master what comes after, and he replies laughter. The future we after is past disasters, past flashes, and gun blasters. We don't need apocalyptic pastors, pumping beer faster. Here to blast master and laugh after. The future is more colorful than past rappers. Think about that, city life, less tractors, more real people, less actors. No more backstabbers, the government's a non-factor. So we pick up SO Drake, and we pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SO Drake, and pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back.
Ask me what's more dismal, the future or the past, cause in the past, rappers had more respect, love, and cash, plus a lot of flash. Guest list for clubs and crash, promo visit played on TV, LPs was selling fast. Who could tell that wouldn't last? Remember getting advances, then we advance into a future that seems to have less chances. The past just seemed less scandalous, the labels was just shady, now I just wish there was still some labels left to pay me. But stressing this is crazy, cause we're never going back. Gotta focus on the merch, the tours, the shows we're rap. It's still appreciated, cause these beats are distant jaded. Want a future where you don't have to rap like shit to make it, cause facts have been misstated when it comes to who's the dopest. Got love for yesteryear, but the future's where we're focused. The future where the hope is. True artists start some bread, try to keep some hope alive for the times we got ahead.
So we pick up SO Drake, and we pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SO Drake, and pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back.
Yo, crazy shout out to my man Don Solano. Don Ways one, you know what I'm saying? The original 6 Cents crew, DJ Lion, Cut Master Kurt. Of course, the Blast Master KRS-One. We ain't never looking back, you know what I'm saying? It's time to move forward.
All right, that was substance abuse.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And we don't pre-listen to these songs, so the feedback that we give you is straight off the bat. But I do notice that there's somebody in there's voice that I notice sound familiar. You know what I'm saying? So the KRS-One on that track. It's radio, no cussing. You know what I mean? I like that. It did have commercial appeal. It had nice lyrical content. They stayed on topic. Bars were well put together. The other artists on the track, I couldn't really all the way. It sounded like his vocals need to be brought up. It's like you could tell the difference. It didn't sound like they even recorded at the same studio. It sounded like it was mixed in because one was lower and one was way higher. But I did like the production quality of it overall. I like the beat, even though it sounded a little bit more like 90-ish or outdated. So it sounded outdated, which that's his style of music because that was his era back then. But hey, it's 2015, so I gotta judge your track, just like I judge everybody else's track. So I'll give it about a 7.5. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get a track. It was a good track, but it could have been better. It sounded a little outdated, and those vocals need to be brought up. Mike Angelo.
For me, the first and the third verse were okay. I agree with you when you say it was a little old school, but when KRS started flowing, the track definitely picked up. When he got the hook going, it definitely picked up, and when the third verse came in, it kind of went low for me. You know what I mean? The beat was nice, pretty cool. Nice little jazzy hip hop beat, old school. Some KRS would do back in the day, but now, you know what I mean? And the hook was nice. I pretty much like KRS verse and the hook. And with that, I gave it a 7.5.
All right, Lady Impressed.
Well, I would call it classic sounding, yes. I mean, when you come out with a song in 2015 with KRS-One on it, what were you trying to do? because it sounds like something from 20 years ago. If that was the goal, I say you did that. You did that. Let me think. I'm trying to pull some positives.
Which that might have been his goal.
This is true, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it's an old school classic track. You said, hey, you got a chance to get a legend on your record, and you did that. So I'm just gonna feel like that's like maybe a 7 and a 7 or a 7.5. It's kind of hard to judge it on today's ears, though. It's like it's definitely a classic sound to that track, and I do agree the production was. I hadn't thought they did it in different studios.
That's what it sounded like because the vocals were so different.
Definitely. And I agree that KRS-One is what really made your track there, son. Yeah. Sorry, sir. Sir.
All right, Tony Rock.
Shit. You already know. Look, man, I love the freshness of the authentic hip-hop sound, of course. And I knew that's what KRS was going to bring. You know, as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, okay, KRS is gonna be KRS.
Yeah.
Delivery was impeccable. Flow and delivery still the same as he left it the last time he probably did the song. So KRS, yeah, it was official on that part. But I felt the last verse, the third verse, totally lacked the energy, even though it was lyrically okay. It was lyrically okay, but it totally lacked energy to me. It didn't move me at all. So what I'm saying is, yeah, KRS-One totally held the track like. So maybe he was handing the torch, passing the torch, or just stamping you and proving that you had a hip hop sound. That was cool, but he danced around you on the track. So I'm gonna give you like a 7 for that.
Is it that?
Give KRS-One a 10.
I'm gonna give a pointer for that too.
Yeah.
As I was sitting in the studio the other day discussing this, if you got a legend on your track and you are sending tracks in first, make sure that you get his verse sent in, then you do your verse, so that he does not kill you on your own song. Just a little tip, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I do artist development.
But it just happened.
That's very true. Very true.
Blaze.
All right, you know what?
We're gonna get into the second track.
We'll get into the second track, and I want the girls to hear this second track versus the first track. It's actually the same track, but a remix.
Okay, so the same artist?
Remix.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. Well, let's listen to it and find out, though.
Blaze.
So this is?
This is Substance Abuse Remix.
Big up Substance Abuse. Damn. I watch this. Yo, it's true, there's nothing new under the sun before. Johnny Cash men was singing about guns, was all about flash, or just wanna have fun, was trying to get some ass, or was taking you to class. But y'all are ADD, if I'm gonna listen, y'all better make me think why you say these things. And you don't have to rap about saving trees. It's understood that we're all about making cheese, but your number one goal should be how to blaze these beats. We running the track like our brains and cleats, with that defying feats that fly in the streets, and I know where to land. This is hip hop, but if you say jump, I don't say when. Respect the past, live in the now, and leave something for the hereafter. Perfect this craft like the blast master, and if you ain't caring, staring right past it. And it's not just because I'm an arrogant bastard.
Hey, we pick up red crap, hey, we pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SOJ, hey, pick up red crap, hey, we pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. MCing is my craft, sir. I perceive things faster. I come from my future, not my past, sir. I'm smooth like lacquer. We were taught that the past comes first and the future comes after. But the year doesn't matter. I appear as a rapper with rap, SO Trey in the hereafter, where time doesn't pass ya. And you can ask the master what comes after, and he replies laughter. The future we after is past disasters, past flashes, flashes, and gun blasters. We don't need apocalyptic pastors pumping fear faster. Hear the blast master and laugh after. The future is more colorful than past rappers. Think about that. City life, less tractors, more real people, less actors. No more backstabbers. The government's a non-factor. So we pick up SOJ, hey, we pick up red crap, hey, we pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SOJ, hey, pick up red crap, hey, we pick up KRS, and yo, sub, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back.
Ask
me what's more dismal, the future or the past. Cause in the past, rappers had more respect, pub and cash, plus a lot of flash. Guest list for clubs that crash. Promo visit played on TV, LPs were selling fast. Who could tell that wouldn't last? Remember getting advances, now we advance into a future that seems to have the chances. The past was seemless, scandalous, the labels was so shady. Now I just wish there was still some labels left to pay me. But stressing this is crazy, cause we never going back. Gotta focus on the merch, the tours, the shows with rap. It's still appreciated, cause these beats are bitchin' jaded. Want a future where you don't have to rap like shit to make it. Cause facts have been misstated when it comes to who's the dopest. Got love for yesteryear, but the future's where we're focused. The future where the hope is. Who ought to start some bread, trying to keep some hope alive for the times we got ahead.
So we pick up SOJ, and we pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, son, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back. Hey, yo, pick up SOJ, and pick up Red Rap. We pick up KRS, and yo, son, where you at? In the future, I can see that we never going back. Like a train, I'm on this track for whatever, never back.
Yo, crazy shout out to my man Don Chalant. The Don Waves 1, you know what I'm saying? The original 6 Sense crew, DJ Lion, Cutmaster Kirk. Of course, the Blast Master, KRS-One. We ain't never looking back, you know what I'm saying? It's time to move forward.
Ooh, that sound like that reminded me of a blast to the past. I thought I was in 1995 or something again. Ooh, boy. Okay. All right, let's throw back up. What is it, Saturday? I never throw back Saturday, but anyway. Basically, it sounded old school. It definitely had an old school sound. I wrote that about 3 times in different spots on this paper I got. That's not substantial towards 2015 right now, man. It didn't really keep me. I wouldn't play that again. I don't see myself bumping this tomorrow or even when I leave here. I'm gonna give this about a 6, man. That's all I can do for you right now, man.
So you like this version less than the first version?
Yes, I like the first song better. Yes.
All right.
What you think about it though?
Let's go to Miss Ivy.
Oh goodness. Okay. I didn't like either one. So you should have stopped on the first one instead of making a second remix to it. I'm just saying. But I think it was a little bit better. I liked the first one because it sounded more old school, like it had more of that feel to where when you get into it, you get into it. This seemed more like if they were trying to remix it and make it sound like they were really trying to do something else with it, and it just didn't work. So for me, you got a 0, and then you got 1 on the first one. You gotta impress me a little bit more than that.
That's a 10.
All right.
All right. Mike Angelo.
I think the only difference between both of the beats is the second one was sped up. Listen, people, KRS-One killed both of the songs. He did both of the hooks to the songs. But I'm gonna give you a 7 because KRS did that to your song. But in the same breath, you guys lack the energy that KRS-One had on the songs. That's why you're not getting 10s and all that, because the other MCs that's on the song lack the energy KRS-One did. So I gave you a 7.
All right. Listen, since we letting the Blaze girls comment, let's see what Miss Playful has to say about this track.
Of course. Well, you know what? I like the first one more than I actually like the second one. The second one, they were doing too much. I mean, I was trying to feel it, but there's just too much going on. I was like, no. The first one wasn't half bad, I would say. But
what number would you give it?
If I were to give the remix, I would say about a 5.
All right. Tony Rock has the, well, no, because Lydia and Chris still got to give her take. But Tony Rock, what you think about that?
Okay. I know it's authentic hip hop. And if I said, did you do this for money or did you do this for the love of hip hop? KRS is gonna be like, for the love of hip hop.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So, did you do this for, for girls to twerk to or for it to shake the club? Nah, I did it for the niggas, the real hip hop heads, son. I did it for the real hip hop heads that wanted that authentic sound. That's hating to water down, everybody's sound right now that's popping on the radio. So, yeah, KRS-One still moved the track. And as far as the girls was concerned, it didn't move the girls at all. So, I mean, it's not a club knocker. We already see that. It's not a street anthem. We see that. So, I mean, it's just more like an album filler. Thirdly, the dude that's featuring KRS-One, I can barely even hear his vocals. KRS-One sound like he in the super studio with masters and the right mixes and pans and effects, and it sound like you at home or just in a regular average lab without that mix. Right. And on top of that, your energy is totally under here. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not feeling lyrical content or none of that. So I'm gonna have to give you like a 4, man. I'm gonna give my man 10 because he pulls the 10 off every time. Yeah, KRS-One kills that. But I'm saying the dude that's featuring him, I'm gonna have to give you like a 4, bro.
All right, Lady Empress.
Ladies. Am I the only one that liked the remix?
Are you the only
There
one?
are those in the studio audience who are saying yes, they like the remix. I guess, you know, I'm just old school. I don't know. It was all right with me. You know, it could be my orange juice. I don't know.
That's when we sip and say, but that's none of my business. You know, it's none of my business.
I'm going to give the song, I won't give it any long drawn out because I think, you know, unfortunately you got a legend on your track and you're not a legend.
Ouch.
But darling, I'm going to give you a 6 and I want you to keep trying and just get your studio situation right, your production right, and then you're going to come up one day, you're going to be a legend, S.O. Trey, and you're going to be right up there with KRS-One. Thank you for sending in your song to the Blaze in the LA show. They said their name so much in the song, you can't help but to know their name.
True.
I heard it so many times.
You just have to be careful.
And you know, I have partial Alzheimer's, and I remember the name, so.
Don't claim that, girl. Don't claim that.
They said it over and over.
All right.
Let's get into this third track.
All right.
This is, matter of fact, it's called What It Is.
What it is, girl.
What it is, what it is.
What you know? For no reason. That's why I do my I make a hot hit me this way. I was born to be rich. Hey, I'm what it is. Yeah, do it big. Welcome to my world. I will show you how I live. They all say I'm real. I'm about me. My middle fingers up, screaming. What you think? Trick. I'm what it is. I'm what it is. Yeah, I got the man head. I'm what it is. You see all this? Of course I do it big. Don't even think twice, trick, you know I'm what it is. I'm what it is. You can get the biz. Call my girl Alicia, cause she moving with the kids. I be trapping with the G's. Need a need a 100 bed. Looking like foreign whips. My OGs with me. When I'm heading to the mall, 50K on me. You won't need $250,000 just to look like me. I was born to be rich, don't hate me. If you're broke, don't blame me. I've been in the trap, guess the trap caught me. See the checking on my watch, all eyes on me. And I got two ducking hands, but I still cop treat. Cause I'm what it is, yeah, do it big. Welcome to my world, I will show you how I live. They all say I'm real, I'm about me. My middle fingers up, screaming, what you think? Trick. I'm what it is. I'm what it is. Yeah, I got the man head. I'm what it is. You see all this? Of course I do it big. Don't even think twice, trick. You know I'm what it is. We're not the same. I'm an alien. I'm out of here like I did you wrong. My swag stays stupid like a I look better than the slims. Yeah, thanks God. I'm the best. I'm cocky. I don't give a you ain't gotta like me. I'm what it is. Fast life. Living life faster than others. I'm the best that you send us for. I'm what it is. You could tell from far. I'm the best that you send us for. Love money. Fast cause I go on. What it is. Yeah, do it big. Welcome to my world, I will show you how I live. They all say I'm real, I'm about me. My middle fingers up, screaming, what you think? Trick. I'm what it is. I'm what it is. Yeah, I got the man head. I'm what it is. You see all this? Of course I do it big. Don't even think twice, trick. You know I'm what it is.
All right. What what it is.
What it is, you heard?
Blaze is what it is. Okay. The first very noticeable thing I want to say about this track is you are not 2 Chainz. What do you think you're doing? This man just took his whole rhyme scheme. He even took some of his bars from previous songs.
That's what it is.
What it is.
That just took your song down points automatically, man. You're not 2 Chainz, so no originality. Don't bite that man style like that. You need to switch up the tone. We don't need another 2 Chainz. Titty boy. Anyway, this is what it is. I love that beat. That was the hottest thing on that track. I'm gonna give you that. That beat had me over here like, what it is.
What it is.
But then when they got to them layers, them what he was trying to do, the energy wasn't there. Like the previous tracks we just heard. It could have been like,
I think they smoking too much.
Hey, you're sitting in the studio.
That's more
Sitting in the studio. You're supposed to have energy. This your track. You want me to listen to this and get hype and you ain't hype? Better knock it off.
Tell him, dog.
He had some pretty good production quality though, and that beat was banging. But all that copying, man, I'm gonna have to give you like a 4, man. You just bit 2 Chainz, whole everything.
Can you tell us what it is though? Can you tell us that?
Let him tell you. He know what it is. I don't know what it is.
I'm trying to find out.
That's what 2 Chainz saying. You heard the song like, what it is.
Lady Impress.
All right. Well, for some reason, I don't like the song at all. It was making my head hurt. I don't know. It was something. There was some effect that was coming at the end of his words.
It was
There was like, it was like a chainsaw or something happening in my head. So basically, I wouldn't listen to this song ever again. And I'm gonna give you a 4 just because. But listen, judging on what Insane said, I don't know why people send music. Why are you trying to be like somebody else? Why are you trying to be like Mike? Why are you trying to be like?
The originality.
Where's Bow Wow?
I want to have opportunity to talk about this one time in the show. I don't know if we'll have opportunity today, but I don't know why artists are trying to be just like other people. Why would you even do that?
Because they figure if it works for them, it'll work. It's gonna work for them.
It don't work like that. All right, I'm gonna pass the chain off to Tony Rock.
The chain.
That's funny. What it is, man. First of all, what it is.
What it do then?
I don't know. I thought the hook was nice. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, me myself, the hook is memorable, and the hook was okay. But how could you wreck a beat that hot by yourself? You know what I'm saying? That was a hot beat. Totally, the beat was totally hot, and there's no way you can really go off with that. You know, because it still had us moving, no matter what you really said to it. It still had us moving.
That ain't a compliment.
So, you know what I'm saying? Lyrical content was really mediocre, but the hook was okay. The beat was slapping. That was just, again, the song structure. I think the song structure was arranged. It was arranged cool. And overall, I'm gonna have to give you like a 6 because it's nothing that's like hotter about the verses at all to me, really.
Did you notice it sound like 2 Chainz?
Yeah, on top of the body. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know me, man. I'm trying.
You want to mention that?
Don't let him off the chain,
I ain't trying to pound him off.
Oh yeah, true.
He
ain't trying to stop him.
True.
Trying to teach you.
I get you.
He's waiting to kick somebody else.
Sorry, I'm insane. Mike Angelo.
I heard Pinch a Young Thug.
I saw you feeling it. You was feeling it. I seen you.
Rapping it too. Rapping it too.
That beat knocked.
What it is.
That beat knocked, and like Mr. Tony Rock said, that hook rocked. So, that's 2 out of 3 things, but that ain't gonna get it, man. It's like you sound just like 2 Chainz when I close my eyes, man, and that's not good. But you gotta know that people that are making music today got a 3rd grade reading level. But you didn't hear from me. Anyway, that's why all this music sound like this. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a 5.5, 6 on that one, man, because you got me with the hook and the beat.
I think that beat
you didn't give me with the verse. You didn't give me with the verse, baby.
We're gonna move into this 4th and final track so we can get it in before we get our in-studio guests on stage here. So let's go ahead and bring in that 4th song and say.
All right. Hopefully we get some good music.
Yeah.
This is It's Not Fair.
It ain't.
Will you? I know in your heart. dream. I want you, want you. I feel energies when I pretend. I want you, want you. When the words from my mouth come slipping out, I want you, want you. Try to figure it out, I can't think straight, 'cause I want you, want you. I know in your heart you're free, and 'cause you'll ever be with me. Or is this just my fantasy? 'Cause I just know how things can be. And I keep all my thoughts inside, it's not fair, 'cause I want everyone to see it's not fair, 'cause I'm hurting inside today. But I'm trying to do it right. In my fantasy, in a lover's dream, I have to make believe in another life. Does it have to be just in my own mind? I'm calling from the heart. You can make the signs. And I keep all my thoughts inside, it's not fair, 'cause I want everyone to see it's not fair, 'cause I'm hurting inside today, but I'm trying to do it right. And I keep all my thoughts inside, it's not fair, 'cause I want everyone to see it's not fair, 'cause I'm hurting inside today, but I'm trying to do it right. In my fantasy, in a lover's dream, I have to make believe in another life.
All right.
All right. One, two.
Was a little. It was like urban pop, but I did like it because on that originality factor, she hit that. Now that was very original. And I also admit that she has a nice voice. The song structure was cool. It kept me flowing to it. I'm over here bobbing to it. At first, it kind of pissed me off though because when she first came on, the song jumped. It was like, I was like, what the? The song jumped at me like a cougar.
It did.
You know what I mean? And then I was like, oh, let me see how this production quality sounds. So that was a production quality error. Right. Although I do admit that the song overall had good production quality. Yeah. And I could see a song like that blowing up. That could be a hit. Maybe not in that format, but with a little bit of tweaking to it. That song could be a hit. I think it had a nice, like I said, it had a nice song structure. I saw her vision. It needed some, I had some technical difficulties, but other than that, I give it about a 7.5 or 8. I think it was a really good song. It kept me in tune. It wasn't something you normally just hear every day.
All right.
So, Lady Impress.
Oh, well, I like the song. I agree that, this is something you can hear on the radio right now today. Right. And I think whatever genre it is now, I think she thinks this is R&B, actually.
It's not fair.
Well, I think when they submitted it, it said it was R&B. But anyway, it's catchy. It was silly, but it was catchy. And I just, it's probably going to be a go. Just because. For me personally, I'm not playing this because I don't like it, but I can just see the commercial value in it. So I think it has commercial value. I'm going to give it a.
That's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Well, I can hear it in a movie. I can hear it on the radio. I think she could have actually emphasized. If it's not fair what he did to you, you could have emphasized it a little bit better. But I'm going to give the song a 7.5. I think it's average.
All right, Tony Rock.
Okay. The songs didn't come with instructions on what pill she was on and I was supposed to be on, but I was listening to it to get into the vibe that I was supposed to be in. To that. But what I'm saying is I was thinking Amy Winehouse, super dope.
There you go.
Amy Winehouse, I was thinking that level. It was dramatical and dark to me, but I loved it. I loved it. But for all the attributes that you didn't bring to it, you feel what I'm saying? It was like you were supposed to bring all these, however they structured it, and you kept on singing out of note. out of key in different all these areas. And I was like, damn, if she was singing on key right there, the song would be on fire. You know what I'm saying? So
she's singing in her
for all
own
the
key.
attributes you didn't do to it, it could have been a 10. I'm like, damn, this is a 10 all the way around. I can remember it. I can remember this. I could see it on the dark movie on something big, you know, score or something.
The next 50 Shades.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can see it. It's there.
Oh no, don't
But
encourage
you
it.
need to get on there and work on your vocals. You know, like I need right now is a little honey, a little lemon or something. Yeah. You know, get in there and try to knock it down again. You know, use that as a rough draft or something on the real. But I'm gonna give you an 8 over the originality. You know, and it could have been a 10 overall. You know what I'm saying? How'd you deliver the vocals?
All right, Mike Angelo.
Some of the vocals were off, man. I know I ain't tripping. You're not hitting the pocket, sweetheart. It's a dope song. You know, nice repetitive hook that it sounds summery. I see you skipping down the street and all that. It's one of them kind of songs, but that's a hit though. It's a hit.
Yeah.
Once you do the little tweaks to it and put it in your pocket. So I gave you a 7. You know what I mean? Good job,
All right.
though. Big 7.
Miss Playful, since you singing the song real quickly.
I thought it was cool because I liked it was different. It was original. And I like that. I can agree it can use some tweaks here and there. But I could hear it on the radio.
Yeah.
I see myself. Yeah.
And you have the final word, Miss Ivy.
Hey, Frog.
Okay. I think that you were on drugs. Like, when you made the song.
She is the new executioner right here.
I just like to get to the point and be blunt. So I liked it. Okay, I liked it. I wouldn't listen to it very much personally on my playlist, but I can see how it's a popular song. But I feel like you were just in there like,
Molly?
I don't know what she was really saying too. She was like,
Because I want you.
Okay, so I mean, other than that, everybody, I mean, it was a good song. Your vocals are nice and everything, but me personally, my taste, you know, I'd give it like, okay, me personally, I give it like a 7, but you know, for like TV, radio, you know, station, what everyone would actually take drugs to listen to that song too, you know, that'd probably be like an 8, I guess.
We're not promoting drugs on the Blaze.
No, definitely not. No. I'm just saying, you know, the obvious, you know, with
except for marijuana.
And we are only
just Blaze.
Orange juice.
Orange
Do not
juice.
promote any,
Nothing else.
Violence, drugs, or anything like that. No
Let it be
bullying.
known, let
no
it be
bullying
known.
either. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. That has concluded our music review session. Blaze. All right, guys, when we come back, we're going to have our in-studio guests right here on this couch, Mr. I Am Jamil. When we come back.
Let's do it.
Go and get my nails done. Gotta get my hair tied. Cause you know I gotta look good. Cause I might just see him tonight. And I don't wanna be out here playing games. No. Cause boy, you make me feel good and all I have to say. When you come around, boy, you shut it down. And I love the things you do. I'm hoping that you make that move. Cause baby, you make me smile. When you come around, I got a crush on you. And you know it's true. You're my sunshine. When the sky's full of clouds, I got a crush on you. I'm only speaking the truth. This is so crazy, I barely even know you. I can be your one and only, boy, just let me show you. Boy, you stay on my mind, we can have a good time. All the girls checking for you cause they know you're so fine, yeah. But it don't even matter, cause I feel that I'm your type. And when I see you, I get the butterflies. When you come around, boy, you shut it down. And I love the things you do. I'm hoping that you make that move. Cause baby, you make me smile. When you come around, I got a crush on you. And you know it's true.
hottest, funkiest tunes and sounds. Now, here comes the music.
It's the remix.
Blaze Indie LA.
You're gonna dig this.
All right, I want to give a shout out to Blaze Indie LA. They always on the scene doing their thing.
The Blaze Indie LA show is live and in studio right now with your hosts, Insane and Lady Impress. This is where you can get the hottest topics around the industry. What's hot and what's new? Need tips on something? Call in. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking your submissions. Open mic. Make sure you call in. Or you can join them in the studio.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Far too kind.
And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our hosts, Lady Impress and Insane.
Let's do it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, back here at episode 69 of the Blaze Indie LA show and Insane, we have in the building with us tonight our special guest, Mr. I Am Jamil.
What's up, y'all?
Welcome
What's
to
up,
the Blaze
y'all?
Indie LA
Thank
show.
you for having me on the show.
No problem.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from.
I'm from Compton, California.
All right, born and raised?
Born and raised all my life.
All right.
Been in the building.
All day.
So musically in Compton, what's it like?
It's a melting pot. Compton back in the early 50s used to have a lot of jazz clubs on Central Avenue, so it's a historical jazzy place. So I mean, the West Coast sound has always been jazzy anyway, but we us in Long Beach have kind of been the cultivators of the sound. Always the producers come from out of Compton and Long Beach, so
Okay.
that alone just extra pressure on you.
All right, so it's very competitive now.
Very, very competitive.
Very competitive. All right, a lot of historical roots.
Very, very historical roots. I went to high school, I went to high school with Kendrick Lamar, with same high school as Dr. Dre, as DJ Quick, So.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Respect. There we go. Respect.
So you yourself, when did you recognize that you were going to get into the music game? When did you recognize your talent?
It seems like all my life, but I had a friend when I was in high school that was working with Dr. Dre. He was doing some music for The Wash, and he was taking me to the studio, and that's when I really caught the bug, and I was just like, this is what I want to do.
All right. So were you like freestyling all over the place,
I used to do
driving people crazy, or?
I used to do the battle rap thing, not what it is today, but just from the very beginning stages, like the Project Blows and the different things in Los Angeles. I used to be a part of that whole little movement.
Awesome. All right, so tell me a little bit about, do you have any projects coming up right now?
Well, we're working on a project we're trying to do sometime in January, and I have a EP out right now on that Piff that got mixtape of the month. It's called the Black Nazi EP. So.
Oh, awesome. You got mixtape of the month?
Yeah, mixtape.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's awesome. What's the name of the mixtape?
It's called the Black Nazi EP.
Okay. Why is it called, why did you name it that?
Well, because I'm getting tired of the different things in the hip-hop industry. Everything is so drug-driven, so gang-driven. It's like they want everybody to be a part. If you're not a part of the machine, then you can't be a part of it. Oh.
All right, so then describe to me your music, your lyrics. It's not your average what they used to call gangster rap.
No, it's not. It's very politically driven and very kind of like do for self, kind of like waking up the community. Like, what are you doing with yourself? Like, kind of like that type of.
I see. That's awesome. Okay, so what do you like best about the music industry?
The music, that's it. I can deal with all other politics and everything else. I like to just hit the studio. I just like to hit the studio and create, and that's about it. I like doing this more than just talking and get to show people, what we got coming from Compton. And plus, my movement is just bigger than just, West Coast hip hop and gangster rap. We offer way more than.
Right. All right, so tell our viewers how they can find you, where they can follow you at and become a part of your movement.
You can find me on @IamJamil_CPT on everything. I just dropped a video called If I Die Tonight that's on YouTube, kind of just a recap of all the things that's been going on as far as the social police brutality thing all over the world. So we just kind of shedding light on that. just kind of pushing, trying to make good things happen for the community and the surrounding areas, and then hopefully take this thing across the world.
Absolutely.
Rapping with a good cause. I like that.
Awesome, awesome. We love to hear
We
that.
got enough gangster rap coming from Compton. That is kind of the home of gangster rap.
My thing is the sound is always going to be aggressive. It's always going to be, because I mean, we from the ghetto,
Streets,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But you got to talk about something different. Everything is trap, and half of these guys never trap.
I agree.
Not even a mousetrap.
They not
They
even
only-
keeping it.
Why would you want to sell something to your community that's just destructing your community?
That's horrible. Well, I really appreciate you. You have a
I appreciate y'all.
a positive vibe coming off here that we really like to hear on the Blaze in the LA show. You got anything coming up you want our viewers to know about in the next, near future?
Just look out for me. Stay tuned to social media. We're supposed to be doing maybe some type of show on the 4th of July. So just stay tuned, and we're going to keep people updated on that.
All
Better
right.
make sure you give them your links, man. You got to give them links.
I'm at @IamJamil_CPT on everything. SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook. Just Google that. You'll find me.
Awesome. All right, guys. You met I Am Jamil here first at the Blaze in the LA show. So when he blow up, just give us our props, because we got this
First here,
upstanding young
Blaze.
gentleman sitting here.
Thank you.
We're gonna, when you come back from this commercial break, you're gonna actually get to see him perform. So we're looking forward to that. All right, I Am Jamil here at the Blaze in the LA show. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Episode 69. Here's I Am Jamil with Black Woman.
For sure. Yo, well, I'm about to kick this verse I got called Black Woman, and I was dedicating it to the young black girls in the community that have image issues, And it goes a little something like this. Black woman, I love your nappy head. Even when you got that weave in it, I ain't mad. Got white chicks studying, they don't know the half. They sitting in the sun because the melanin they lack. Supreme queen trying to make it out the sandbox. All natural, no it's not Botox, nor collagen or silicone implants. Work of art like a Rembrandt. You ain't gotta be a Black China or a diamond. Stay out the Players Club, go to school and get your mind right. She like, that. I'ma get the cash right. I'ma hit the limelight, then I date a big shot. Poor little girl. Don't she know if the black woman is God alone? She the throne, she got the blueprint inside her soul. DNA from kings, said Dr. York. But all I hear is that where the drug that was trying to smoke, they just want to put it in your throat. Then high five on the car on the way home. Black woman.
All right.
All right, that was I Am Jamil with Black Woman here at episode 69 of the Blaze in the LA show. That was awesome. So I thank you guys. Hey, I want to thank my cast and crew for holding it down one more again at the Blaze in the LA show. Give y'all selves a hand.
Hey, you love me, right? You know I'm gonna be on tour for a while. You gonna be good to me? Okay.
First of all, she don't really want you like you think she do. She jealous of the beauty that comes home to you. Tryna break up a happy home, tryna break you down all alone, tryna prove that men are weak. So every week her goal is to be tempting. She rolls without no clothing, she'll get on her knees and start to moan. But you've been warned that when she says yes, just say
checking out Blaze Indie LA.